Welcome back to the Rosewood Legacy Dead of Night. I am absolutely thrilled to be back. I am so sorry for how long it has been since the last episode, but I am thoroughly excited for this one. Right now, she is on the phone with Isaac because he called and I wasn't about to say no to Isaac. So, apparently a friend's hangout has started. It's game night, says Elena. Elena is just so friendly. All the stinking time she's saying it's game night, I swear. But as per usual, the game is glitching and she's inside of her house and I can't even get to her. So as you can see, everybody's gotten makeovers and Isadora mostly has different clothing than she had before. Hopefully you'll see those throughout the episode. So this episode's gonna be a little bit of a busy one because there has just been a lot going on at the Cabaret, specifically. Oh, okay, Elena has actually decided to come inside our house instead of just standing there, so honestly, cool. I think I have a game here that we can play if you want to play for game night. She just loves us so much, and I appreciate that. But seriously, I can't even invite her. Is she just too bold pickup line? You know what, why not? This is how Elena's makeover is looking. I think she looks very, very cute. And I think Isadora does too. Just look at the way she's looking at her. We're gonna blow a kiss. Okay, maybe they won't play the game. Maybe they'll just flirt the whole time. Okay, never mind because it's literally impossible to play this game with Elena. It just won't let me, so I guess we'll just talk. Reality dating show, that might count for game night? I'm not sure. They're just both so happy to be sitting next to each other. They're so stinking cute, gotta say. Okay, it looks like it's yoga time. My Sims, I don't know what it is about this mat, but it's just so enticing for visitors. So we're gonna send her home then, because we have some stuff to think about. And when Elena's around, Isadora's too distracted to think about them. So right now, I am hoping that you guys remember, like, what has been happening the last couple episodes. Isadora is wondering right now, what exactly does Nathaniel plan to do? In the last episode, we found out that he wants us to basically be bait for the attacker, whoever it is, whatever it is. He said he wants to use her, but she doesn't really understand how he would go about doing that. What does he plan to do? How can she look to protect herself? She'd like to potentially ask, her neighbors who know him. Nathaniel is such a jerk, you were right about him. Okay. It seems like Soren... Oh my god, Elena's back. Oh my gosh, I love her. I just feel like she doesn't have other friends. Which is true, I know that is a fact. She doesn't have other friends. She's lonely, but she's a social girl. I understand. I think if you're a vampire and you really can't make human friends and you only have one, it does kind of make sense if you want to spend a bunch of time with them, especially if you're like really into them. Doesn't mind. She isn't like clingy or anything like bad. I'm kind of even thinking we should become best friends. Not to friend zone her, that's not what that means, but because they clearly are best friends if they're hanging out as much as they are, and that's her first best friend, I think. She might actually be best friends with, her parents? Yeah, she is best friends with Isaac too, but I would offer a seductive dance, honestly, but it's gonna make me laugh, and I don't feel like it fits the vibe right now. So we can just, like, dance together regularly. Here's our new cold weather outfit. It's a little bit, like, layered, but I think it's kind of fun. We're just gonna keep boogieing until it's time to go to work. I really hate how it's snowing inside the apartment. I really hate that. Okay, more babies, ghosts, and vampires. A normal day at the cabaret, I suppose, nowadays, but it is storming, or snowstorming a bit, so we should come inside. Kick this guy out. Oh, did you just mess up? What? Girl, I thought you were good at this. Are you at level 8? She just dropped 2 in a row. Okay, I guess mistakes happen, but I think I saw Kira. So, oh, she's at the bar with us. Yay, so we can talk to her. I like that we are friends with Kira. She is kind of not involved in this plot line. I really like having a normal friend. Soren is here as well. Oh, I kind of forgot completely that they have new makeovers. So here's how Soren's looking. I like him a lot better now. He was fine before, but I like him a lot better now. Like, look at him. He looks great. And then Rio is looking a little bit different as well. Let me know what you guys think about their makeovers. You've already seen Elena. And then, is Pandora here anywhere? Let's see, this is her new fet, her new look. Speaking of Pandora, if you do recall last episode, she called us and told us she hasn't been able to find anything in the public records when it comes to, you know, why she can't leave. So she said that she was going to try to get permission to go into the archives and that she would be bringing Isadora with her. We're kind of waiting for an update on that because we aren't sure if Pandora has managed to get clearance to do that. So hopefully soon we'll get an update from her on whether we will be going into the archives or not. I don't think I've chatted with Kira enough because it still wants me to chat with customers. This person just peed themselves. I'm gonna go... Oh wait, no, it was this person. Why is like everybody... Oh my god, uh-oh. We're having another pee fest. We gotta figure out why that would be. I still don't know why that would be, actually. It seems like you can get to the toilets just fine. Yeah, you can do it. So, I guess it really is on them this time, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who just peed themselves. I really thought I fixed it, but I guess not. We got a replacement bartender. Oh, hi, Pandora is also here as well. So I would like to, before we leave probably, because we've been dismissed from our duties apparently, ask for an update, see if she has one for us. It's been a day or so. It should be long enough to where we can ask, although this is, like, honestly a pretty bad place to do it, but we'll pretend that it's a discreet conversation, okay? Okay, this person peed themselves and is freezing to death. Big struggle. Pandora, absolutely gorgeous Pandora, by the way, is probably going to let her know that she's actually going somewhere else, so maybe we really should come here and... Oh, okay, nope, she's moving back. Okay, I don't really know what's going on, to be honest. Can you please just stay in one place, you two? Pandora is going to tell her that she has gotten clearance from Nathaniel to go into the archive one day, just to take a look for some research that she's doing. She was vague about it, but Nathaniel seems to trust her enough, so she says she wasn't really able to get clearance for Isadora, because of course not. Nathaniel really does not like Isadora, so it would be, why are you taking a picture? You literally can't see yourself, but okay. And she literally hates taking pictures. Why did you do that? We didn't quite get clearance for you, so we have 2 options. I can go alone and see what I can find, or I can bring you with me and hope that we won't get caught. She's probably going to think I would like to be able to see it with my own eyes. I'd like to be able to look as hard as I can because there's just a chance Pandora might miss something. And of course there's a chance she might miss something too, but she just wants to know everything she can. So for now, she's going to be like, I think I'll go with you. So they're going to plan on doing that tomorrow. But yeah, well, today because it's 6 a.m. Jesus. So we're going to be going home, probably going to get some sleep. When it comes to this archive visit, there seems to be a lot of secrets that need to be kept, so hopefully we'll be able to keep them. But we have one more secret of our own. Going to the archive would be the perfect opportunity to learn a little bit about vampire myths, legends, folklore, and potential cures. Now, she isn't sure if she's going to tell Pandora about this because Rio seemed to want to keep it a secret, but while she's there, she might as well look out for some things that could help out Rio. We're just going to get the rest that we need and then probably sometime during the day go to the archives because, you know, vampires are nocturnal and all, so you'd think probably the best bet to avoid Nathaniel. We should be able to travel with, hopefully, Pandora. It doesn't look like it will let us travel with anybody, which is kind of strange, but Okay, I guess I'll just have to invite her there, which is weird because I feel like she'd be inviting us, but whatever. I was about to say there shouldn't be anybody here because we are at the club at 1 p.m. That's not gonna happen, hopefully, but there are people here, including our dead grandmother. Hello, Callie. Alright, Pandora is here and she's already running up, so let's call her inside. Okay, here we go. We're gonna ignore the people here. And for ease of access, we'll have Pandora in our household. She's angry at nothing. Real, to be honest. But let's go behind this curtain. Through this time around. We didn't even notice that there was a door here, to be honest, but there is, and Pandora has gone right in. Alright, so, welcome to the archive. Okay, so Pandora has led us to the archive. She's probably going to give us a basic rundown of the structure of the archive. She lists the different sections and shelves, and though it's hard to follow all of that, it's very interesting and daunting. She sections on specific unproven vampire myths, the science of vampires and what the transformation does to the body, the sections on vampire history and important figures. Isadora is tempted to take a look at every section, but she knows they don't have time for that. And the undeniably daunting search begins. Every time Isadora has gone into the basement, she has a new thing to be afraid of. This time, she's terrified that Nathaniel will find that she joined Pandora in the archive. Whatever he wants from her, she doesn't think she'll know enough to protect herself. Luckily, with Pandora by her side, she will be able to focus on the task at hand and avoid disaster. And I'm thinking while Pandora is looking elsewhere, we'll check out the vampire myths section for Rio. But right now, we're starting over here. And after, quite the while of searching, so we'll definitely take note of that. Pandora has updated Isadora that she has found a record on vampires in Semi-Shuno written by many different authors, somewhat like an anthology, but of real life experiences almost. Pandora seems a little distant during this time, so Isadora doesn't really feel like asking her questions. After all, we've kind of been pestering her, and she really still isn't one to open up too much, which is fine. She's literally helping us so much, so we really can't expect her to, but yeah, we're gonna leave her alone. Isadora is currently looking through the mythology section. Many of the things she sees are probably fake, such as stories of vampires actually being human cultists who want excuses to drink blood, studies about how vampires may or may not actually sparkle in the sun, basically conspiracy theories, which even makes her laugh a little. She honestly keeps getting distracted by the kind of wild statements in these book titles, so much so that she drops one of the books to the ground. The noise was somewhat loud, so Pandora asks if she's alright, and Isadora tells her there's nothing to worry about. But as she bends down to pick it up, something catches her eye. Some type of dislodged or odd brick under the table. Bricks get dislodged all the time in old buildings. It just looks a little odd, non-uniform from the rest. Before she could really think about it too much, not that she was going to think that much about such an insignificant detail anyway, her eyes land on a very thick book. That might be exactly what she and Rio are looking for. And we're gonna have to be kind of sneaky about this. She brought her work bag with her for this very reason, so we're gonna sneak that into her bag. So I think Pandora has noticed that Nathaniel is in the building. I don't know oh my god, that scared me. She has noticed he is in the building. It looks like he's probably here to check in on her, but he actually just immediately leaves, I suppose. Okay, well, that was scary. Isadora, that really scared her. It also, honestly really scared me. I was going to leave once we thought Nathaniel was coming, but he already came, so the chances of him coming back are kind of slim. But Isadora can tell Pandora's getting a bit frustrated. She might be having bad luck finding anything relevant. Well, they have a little bit of time, because Nathaniel was just down here. The chances of him coming again right away are slim. Pandora tells her, Nathaniel comes down pretty routinely, so we do have to be fast. He won't be very happy with me. He won't be very happy with me if he sees you, so let's wrap this up. In the final scan of the archive, something catches Isadora's eye. A stack of newspapers. Because of the medium, she assumes they are from a while ago. And looking closer, she's surprised to find out they are about. She calls Pandora over to make sure she sees it too. This newspaper is not a Semi-Shuno newspaper, and it is from quite a long time ago. The headline reads, Ambrosia Hollow destroyed. Townfolk disappeared with no trace. And what is responsible for their disappearance? It feels a bit out of... Pandora is confused as well, saying she's never heard of a place called Ambrosia Hollow, or anything related to this. It feels a bit out of place. What does this have to do with vampires? Sure, the headline is strange, but that doesn't mean it should be in the archives. Pandora said specifically this archive is full of vampire knowledge, and San Myshuno knowledge. Isadora skims the paper, but it seems like an unsolved mystery, so there's not much left to discover. So I suppose it's time to head out. We'll have to hope Nathaniel is nowhere to be seen, so he doesn't see us coming out of here. Because of how many times she has been down here, I suspect he would not believe her if she told him she got lost trying to find the bathroom. Although, there was a lot of people who seem to get lost trying to find the bathroom because they're always peeing themselves, so maybe it really is that plausible, I'm not sure. Last night was actually New Year's, but we completely missed it because we were quite busy in the archive, so once again a nocturnal night, and we skipped work, I'm pretty sure. I wish we made a resolution. I love doing those. She does too. She's really bummed she had a bad holiday. Okay, we're home. Somehow we are really low socially, which I just feel like isn't normal for her. In fact, none of my Sims are ever low on socially, which is, I gotta say, an improvement from when I didn't have a channel because my Sims had no friends or social life. But we're a little hungry, so we'll get some leftovers. We're gonna probably chill until later when we actually have the Vampire Knowledge Encyclopedia, I think it's called. And that should split into multiple books. So when we have Rio come over, we can divide and conquer. For now, he's probably asleep because he was just probably performing for the band all night. And he's actually not aware that we're doing this, so we're gonna have to save that for tomorrow, and tonight we will tell him that we have that going on, unless we happen to see him today, but I'm not sure. She might, and this is a long shot, she might also go ahead and search for information on vampires. We have technically looked at San Myshuno stuff before, but she didn't really look up vampire stuff because she was kind of just expecting to find fanfic and that kind of thing. Not the most productive to search, I'm sure. So it might not turn out great, but we will try to look for actual vampire knowledge, which, you know, probably pretty slim. We don't know much about the, range or spread of vampires, but I feel like they're pretty well hidden if they never have gotten out to the public as more than a rumor. Isadora has exhausted all information on vampires she can find online. She's found no information, but okay. I'm kind of waiting to read the vampire book, but we do actually have vampire lore level 3. How did we do that? Have we done that before? I don't recall doing that, but we must have. She also has the pipe organ skill. Did she get that from the same thing? Because I don't know where she got that either. I believe this is a 15 level skill. So 3 is okay. 3 is okay for somebody who hasn't read the books yet. I was gonna go out today and maybe spend some time with the non-vampires of our crew because I feel like I could use some normal socialization. People who aren't vampires, people who aren't secretive, people who aren't dead. So I'm gonna invite over Kira at least because, of course, we are quite good friends with her. And then who else do you think we should get? I know she did not get along with Mac. They got bad first impressions. I don't think their impressions are here anymore, and they have awful compatibility. I feel like when you have awful compatibility, you kind of just have to leave it. I don't think you can really befriend somebody if you're that badly compatible. Jamie is hot, apparently, and they have amazing compatibility, so we do have a good chance to be friends with her, I don't know if the extremely attractive thing helps them be friends, but, and then Louis, or Louis, I'm so sorry, I actually don't know. We also have amazing compatibility, and we also perceive he's extremely attractive, so he can come over too. Kira is our favorite, but we won't tell them that. We need the socialization after all, although we are a bit tired, so this probably won't last for too long. But I really do feel like she just needs the normal interaction. Woot woot! This is so much fun! Bangin' party. We aren't used to making drinks for our friends because our other friends are all vampires, and we don't know how to make blood, so... Or, make blood into a proper drink. We'll make a apple wine for everybody, sure. I'd like to get to know these people a little better, Debate existence of vampires. You know what? Actually, that might be cutting it a little too close. Let's not do that. Because, like, just feels like a recipe for disaster. Apparently, we know her too well to get to know her, so I guess we'll get to know the other two. She's actually pretty darn tired, though. So, yeah, we're probably gonna have to send them home somewhat soon. Okay, Jamie is hot-headed. That's fine, girl. Gossip about neighbors. Maybe don't tell them that they're vampires, but maybe be like, you know, they are a little weird. Definitely have a completely different lifestyle than me, so it's a little weird to be living with them, you know? It's completely normal, though, of course. I trust you, Isaac, so yeah, I guess you can do that. And Jamie is skeptical. Interesting. That's interesting. I think you picked the wrong place to live if you're feeling skeptical, Jamie. I do hate to break it to you, I really do. Also, I was being dumb, not very smart. I can't actually get to know Kira. Lewis's cringe. Love that. That's like my favorite trait in the whole world. It's the best. I do really think we're gonna need to go to bed, so I think we're gonna have to end this gathering, send everybody home, but it was so nice to see you three. I feel a little bad because Mac is like the only one I didn't invite. But I'm a little scared of her. She doesn't really like us. And we are sleeping right now, but there has been a knock on the door. And we have a Soren here. So, I guess we can talk to him. We're doing alright with our needs. Smooth apology, maybe apology for just being, like, slightly over-enthused to learn about his secrets, stuff like that. Although I think we deserve the explanations we asked for, so I don't think she actually has to apologize, but she's a nice person, so she will. And we're on hugging terms. Again, that always surprises me. Maybe she just likes hugs. That's Rio, but we are a little bit preoccupied. We probably need to be alone with Rio if we're going to talk about, you know, the tomes, so definitely can't do it right now anyway. But it seems like he is here for a reason, and I feel like Rio needs to go because I feel like this is also a conversation that needs to be private. So let's grab him and bring him inside. Of course, we'll have to invite him because he is a vampire. That's how it works. So Soren has pulled her aside because he's worried. He tells her that he's now kind of been made aware of exactly what is going on with Nathaniel. I never disagreed with his methods, not like this, but this plan he has with you, this whole situation with you, is just so unlike him. It seems to have him turned completely upside down. Isadora's not completely sure if she does believe that, because she believes Nathaniel was always controlling like this. I mean, she's heard Rio say Nathaniel doesn't really let him do anything, so that way he has treated her does not feel like something that's different, but maybe Soren hadn't seen that sign of him. I accidentally made her do a romance interaction with him. Hopefully they don't get a romance part from that. I'm not going to cancel it because she would do that, but I do think she's been the least autonomous with romance with him because she's been very autonomous. I haven't done barely anything at this point. Express vampire curiosity, of course. But he says, if I had to guess, I'd say be careful around Nathaniel. I think he might want to use his powers on you to make you weaker or more enticing to the other vampires. He has mentioned, oh, okay, we're in the bath. I guess we're done talking then? So I guess, alright, we'll send him home and we'll contemplate on this. He thinks that Nathaniel is going to use his powers on us to make us more susceptible to this attack. So what that sounds like is, well, it honestly sounds pretty plausible. Because like a creep, actually, I'm gonna leave. Bye. Nathaniel did once mention that he has wiped minds. So I feel like something like that might have something to do with what he means when he says Nathaniel can use his powers on her to make her more weak. There might be other types of mind control that he can do that's similar. Alright, it is time to head to work. And it's going to be a normal work day other than the fact that afterwards we probably will be telling Rio about what we found. in the archive, and that we went there in the first place. He didn't know about that either. Isadora is quite eager to show Rio her findings, especially since the sooner they read the book, the sooner she can return it. And the sooner she returns it, the less likely it is that they will notice the book is gone. She is also quite curious on the type of things they will find, if Rio will find the answers he's looking for. I mean, there is still so much about vampires that she's been too afraid to ask as well. Their strengths, weaknesses, if all vampires are the same, or if they have different abilities, how they can die. So many questions build up. And all of the vampire media that she had consumed over the years. So tonight, I think she might update Rio on her findings. Oh, he's right here. Hello! So we may have some explaining to do, but Rio already knows our predicament is keeping us in San Myshuno, so hopefully it won't be too hard to explain. Like, we can tell him, you know, we went down there originally to find information on her being stuck here, which is true. Of course, we're working hard tonight, so it may be a bit before we can find time to have a word with Rio. I know he's right here, but so is everybody else, so... Oh, hello, mother! With no pants. Love you to death, but... Oh, she had pants. Okay, sorry. I was just surprised because she just did that. It's getting to be that time where we are wrapping up the bartending duties. I think she might try to signal that they need to talk, because as we know, Rio is very popular around here, and he's almost always talking to somebody or on stage performing. Rio is not always the best at being discreet, so hopefully he will notice when we ask him to follow us. And let's see, he did. Hello. Hello, Rio. Alright, we're probably gonna go upstairs for this. Maybe in here. We'll just sit in here, maybe. He's crying. That is not a good start. What's up, Rio asked, probably completely oblivious, considering he doesn't know we went into the archive. Isadora pulls out the tome, slightly nervous about his reaction. He definitely ends up looking kind of surprised. We're going to explain how we got it, and after we do, I think Rio honestly is just going to accept it. He didn't expect Isadora to anything this hardcore, but he's not mad about it. I think they're probably going to agree on a time tomorrow to look over it together. Yeah, and she's feeling pretty good about how that conversation went, so I guess we'll head home. Pretty simple conversation, honestly. It's really hard to have some of these conversations that we've been having, but, Rio made that one really easy. So, thank you for that, Rio. We're just gonna take care of our needs for a little bit before Rio comes over. We're gonna clean up all these spoiled drinks from when we had the humans over, or I guess the subhumans, and Kira. But our needs are super good right now, so might as well get Rio to come on over. How in the world did we meet Vic? This is some guy from her mom's high school. And he's married to a robot. Okay. Good for him, really. Friends hang out. Is that because we invited Rio over, or is Elena coming over? Oh, okay, it's Elena. I'm so sorry. So sorry, babe, but we do have some things to attend to. I'm very sorry. All right, here he is. So I guess we're gonna get these books out and just start reading. I mean, it's probably gonna take a while. We're probably gonna just have to lock in and just study. That's what I'm thinking we're gonna have to do. Oh, Isaac. He wants us to come over. I am so sorry, but I literally can't. The thing is about this pop-up, if you have any of your parents come over, they'll also, like, count it as you coming over. I'll visit you tomorrow, and then I'll just try to remember to invite them over tomorrow, because for some reason that works. I'm just gonna start reading. You're done already? Girl, no you're not. Sit back down. As I said, you gotta lock in. Rio is actually less skilled at vampire lore right now. He was just daydreaming about love. That's interesting. He can now unlock the first vampire tone while he's reading it right now. Discovered plasma pack creation. While reading about vampires, Isadora learned the secret of converting fish and frogs into tasty plasma packs. Okay. Rio read that it is possible for vampires to be cured. He may be able to learn more by continuing his research. Will do. And Isadora just read the same thing. Okay. They're going to try to divide and conquer. There's no way that we can read all of these thick chapters all on our own, so two pairs of eyes are just better than one. As the day goes on, they just keep reading and reading and reading, and there are a lot of pieces of information in the book, but none so far relating to what they need to know other than the mention of that vampire cure. Coffins keep out all sunlight when closed. Rio can do something useful with that bit of info. He can? They have taken a drink break. They're allowed to take breaks, I suppose. But get back to it, babe. Get back to it. He is thinking about Nathaniel while reading this. That's interesting. And it makes sense because he's going against Nathaniel's wishes. Isadora almost got caught by Nathaniel when she got the book. Like, Nathaniel's really involved in this. The book's so good, she just has to stand up when she reads it. Isadora has read that there are primitive ways of warding away vampires by making garlic braids. She can now make garlic braids, garlic wreaths, and garlic garlands from her inventory. Isadora has exhausted everything that can be learned from this book. Okay, they're being romantic out here. We actually did just finish the first part of the tome, so we're going to be moving on to the second part. Known weaknesses, known strengths, defense techniques, and favorite foods are going to be in this part. Which I'm not sure if that is the stuff we're looking for, but might as well give it a go. We don't want to miss anything. There is an important piece of information that we read. Vampires are not inherently evil, as they were once human. It can be difficult to live in isolation as a vampire because it will likely result in losing your humanity. Isadora wonders if that's why Nathaniel thought it was so important to create the Cabaret, so they could keep their humanity. Speaking of Nathaniel, Rio, you said that Nathaniel is your uncle? I'm trying to figure out who he is exactly, and what he wants from me. Well, if you want to know more about him, I would advise to take every word he says with precaution. That man can be slippery and deceitful even to his own blood, or the people he turned with his blood. He has some type of secret agenda, it always feels like, no matter how forthcoming he is. He's always hiding something. Nathaniel has always told me to stay inside and that I would never make it out there, and he's very controlling, and I know that's seeping onto you. And she just feel bad because he's doing that to Rio as well. He continues, and he's probably right, I couldn't make it in the world, but I would just like to try. It's getting quite late, and I'm gonna have to go to work soon, so we're probably actually going to send him home, and we can continue reading later. I like Rio. I hope we can help him. But he has to leave. I'm telling him to leave now. I think Isadora quite likes him too, actually. So, I think Isadora is going to think a little bit about something that we haven't talked about too much this episode, but last episode it was a little bit prevalent, and it's been in the back of Isadora's mind creeping in on her. She thinks about the mole that Nathaniel spoke of, the person responsible for the violent attacks around. What would someone gain from deceiving the Cabaret? It's just a club. It's a bit of a unique one, but it's still just a cabaret. There has to be something else to it, because the pieces of the puzzle that Nathaniel has given her don't seem to fit together. You don't just... The book said vampires are not inherently evil, so there must be another actual reason that these vampires are attacking people. Is it for the blood? But that doesn't completely make sense why they would specifically infiltrate the Cabaret. They could just do it on their own. They could just go rogue and not be a part of the Cabaret, but instead they're deceiving the Cabaret and pretending to be one amongst them. That doesn't make any sense. Whatever secret Nathaniel is hiding, even his closest advisors don't seem to know about it. So how is she supposed to know how to help catch the attacker, and how is she supposed to know how to protect herself from him? My girl's struggling a little bit. She doesn't really know how to do this, but you're doing great, sweetie. And your hair is defying gravity for real. There's a mystery to unfold here, and Isadora has a feeling that the things she's found out from the trip to the archive are only the surface of the secrets in San Myshuno. She hopes that one of those secrets may be the answer that she seeks. Alright, so I'm gonna end the episode here. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope it was a good one. I was really excited to record it, and I'm really excited to be back. It's definitely an ambitious series, and I think that has always really scared me. I just hope that this series is good, and it continues to be good, because that's very important to me, and I really, really hope you like it. I would love to hear your thoughts, because a lot has happened, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!